lawn care ninjas, you know what today is. Sneaky Saturday. That's right. And look where we are. Where I was yesterday. Just pulled up. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this little granny yard. Mediocre granny yard. Hey, hope everyone's having a good day. I got like 8 or 9 today total. I've already knocked out a couple, so I'm just moving along. Yesterday's rain kind of affected me. I would have had all this done yesterday, but what do you do? What do you do? In this business, ninjas, you gotta go with the flow, how the weather treats you. I almost tried to rhyme something there, but I tried to do a little acapello there. Anyway, but I'm gonna try to set you up and get some front yard mowing here. Hey, today we're gonna talk about finances, money, your business. You got to dust. You've got to be smart, ninjas. You got to be smart with your money. You can't just be living from day in to day out. You got to think ahead. There's an old time saying that I'll never forget. Don't be the guy once you get $1 in your hand, you ready to spend it and blow it all. Be the guy that once you get $1 in your hand, you spend 50 cents today and save 50 cents for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you got to be smart with your money, ninjas. You got to be smart with your money, especially when it comes to buying equipment, growing your business, saving for the future. Yeah, got to save for the future. When you're financing all kinds of equipment, I say finance stuff that is 0% interest, and as long as you have that money in the bank. Now, some of you might say, well, that's really panic. Don't give me that panic. You can do it. But if you don't have that money and you really are ready to finance and have that payment, at least make sure you're bringing in that money. At least make sure you're covering that monthly payment and some. I've never ever in my life paid a minimum payment. Even though I have payments, I always pay more. Always. Because you want to pay it off. The whole point of running a business at some point is to get debt free to an extent. You'll never really be debt free. We have to accept that as a society. And when I say that, I don't mean it just in business. I mean it in life. You're going to have a house payment. Maybe you're renting. You know, you'll have a mortgage, or you'll have a rent fee, you know, whatever it is. If you're buying a vehicle, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a vehicle payment, and so on and so on. I get it. But at least when you are financing things and buying things, make sure that you got that covered. So that way you're not biting your fingernails and sweating every freaking dollar because you can't make that $80 monthly payment or $150 monthly payment or whatever it is. So when you are getting ready to go buy a mower, get a mower. And if you don't have that money to buy it outright, or you don't have that money sitting in the bank, at least make sure you're generating enough money that you can not only cover the monthly payment, but also have money saved up for yourself for the future. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, ninjas. You better know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, all this is great. We love cutting grass, ninjas, you know, slicing and dicing, right? But it's a young man's game. See, when you get up into them 50s and 60s, you trying to scratch yourself. You trying to figure out how you gonna get out of this, right? Because you can't withstand that heat. You can't handle that. Your body has been through so much. That's why it's also important to work smart and not hard. So that way you can do this as long as possible. Save your money. Be smart. You're not gonna be out here 60-year-old ninja with a cane. I'm gonna be weed whacking out here and swinging yard, you know, with your teeth falling out. No, I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta play it smart. This is a young man's game. You know, I started this in my 20s, early 20s, and here I am in my early 30s. Okay? I've got another good, solid 20, 30 years I could do this, but do I really want to be out here in the 50s and 60s doing this? Probably not. I shouldn't have to. If I'm playing this game right. Running a business, ninjas, is a game. And you got to be good at your game. You got to be good at playing your game. All right? Prepare yourself for the future. Set yourself up. There's so many steps. I've covered this in my previous videos. There's so many steps, the proper steps to take so you can win this game. Don't think day for day, yard for yard. Think ahead, month to month or year to year. What do you want to accomplish this year, ninjas? What do you want to accomplish this month? I have certain goals I want to accomplish this year, as I do every year. But I go month by month, so that way I make it to that goal. Okay, so there's a quota for me personally as myself that I need to be generating and making every month. Not only to cover all my bills that I have, but also to put money aside and things for the future. I have those goals, and those goals have to be met. That is a personal thing for me, and everybody's gonna be different. Your goals might be a little different. That's fine. But you cannot just be out here going from yard to yard and saying, oh, I'm just gonna be happy if I make a $50 yard, $60 yard, $100 yard. You know, if I just get a couple $100 for the day and I'm good, and then you go home and you blow it all. Because you're like, oh, I can make it. Well, you can make it, but are you gonna make it for the next 10 years? So running a business is a little more complicated than just, I'm gonna go out here and mow grass. It's all fine, handy dandy. We love cutting grass. I love cutting grass. I can't wait to get on a mower and start slicing this grass, okay? It's a beautiful thing, good feeling. I'm making money. Customers gonna be happy. All good. But think ahead. Think for the future. My goal this year is to pay off Tiny, just an example. All right, so I've had that Tiny now for 2.5 years, I think. Say 17, 18, 19, yep, 2.5 years, okay? And by the end of this year, I'm hoping that Tiny's gonna be paid for. I'm just telling you one of my goals. I've got several others. All my mowers are paid for. All my trimmers, all my blowers are paid for. My trailer, paid for. My aerator, paid for. My little weep. Mediocre push mower / walk behind, whatever you ninjas want to call it, paid for. Things are paid for on my trailer. So the only thing right now on these wheels that's rolling that's not paid for is Tiny. And I'm gonna pay for that. I guarantee it. You know why? Because I'm dedicated and committed to my business. Your business should be number one. Don't end up being that 50-year-old still out here cutting grass and stressing, I'm broke, I ain't got the money, how am I gonna survive? Set yourself up at an early age. Now I get it, a lot of us didn't have anybody telling us this. A lot of us didn't have that. A lot of us didn't know that, and I get it, I understand, but now you do. And I'm not talking to the people who've been in business 10, 20 years. I'm talking to the ninjas who are just starting. See, I might as well conclude this video and not show you any mowing footage because we're already at 10 minutes almost. Time flies. I have so much to say and so much to share, but my videos are gonna go back to the 30-minute videos. Remember when I first started YouTube, ninjas? I used to upload 30-minute videos. I don't even know if you guys like that anymore. I don't know. Do you? Do you? You let me know. Because it was 30-minute videos. I was sharing a lot of stuff back then. Now I'm just trying to stay a little shorter because I've had a lot of people tell me, no, don't make them as long. I hate long videos. I don't want to watch you mowing and talking for 30 minutes. Okay. Anyway, besides the point. Surprise! Oh no, wait. Sneaky Saturday. That's right. Tomorrow's surprising Sunday. Sneaky Saturday. Let's go out here and knock out this yard. Always think for the future, ninjas. Always. Wapcha.
Perfect. Perfect.
Well, ninjas, this is that yard where she makes me do this every time. I always feel the need to say that so you guys don't think I do this to a yard. It scuffs it up, it burns it up. But she said if you ever feel like going shorter, just go shorter. I'm like, no. But the Spartan did good on that hill. It's a big drop there. It did just fine. Let's go to the back. All right, ninjas, it's a wrap. I'm done for today. This yard, as you ninjas know, she makes me cut it really low. It's fine. It is what it is. That's not what I prefer, but whatever. Anyway, to conclude the video of what we talked about earlier, of course, is debt in the business. And I want to just make sure that I didn't come off earlier as, you know, it's a problem to have debt in your business. It's not. It's actually okay to have debt. It's a good thing. It's growing your business. You're growing your credit. What I was trying to say is just make sure you have the money before you purchase anything, or just make sure you have income coming in before you purchase something. So a perfect example, ninjas, is I just got off the phone with my buddy Randy, and he was asking me, when is it a right time to buy a new truck? When do you know that you're ready for that new truck and new payment? And I basically told him what I'm going to tell you, and that is, most people, you're not going to have $30,000-$40,000 that you can go and throw down on a new truck. You're going to want to finance it, and that would be one of the things that you would finance. But what I told him, what I did was, when I was ready to purchase my very first brand new truck, I wanted to make sure that I had at least 6 to 8 months in my savings for that truck only. So in case something happens to my business, that it slows down, maybe it's the economy, maybe we have a drought, customers are canceling, 6 to 8 months is enough time to buy you time to figure something out, whether the business picks back up or you figure out to do something else so you can start to generate some income. 6 to 8 months is a fair amount of time that you should have to cover that monthly payment, whatever that monthly payment is, $300, $400, $500, $600. If you're buying a brand new truck, you're going to be up into $500, $600 a month. So that means you should have $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 at least saved up to where you can cover that payment. It's just an example if it comes to trucks, but same thing with the mowers, trailer, whatever, if you're, you know, needing to finance things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to conclude that video. I hope that's helped some of you. It's okay. Remember, this is a young man's game. You got to think, you know, think ahead, think smart. One thing that I have learned very quickly in this industry is that it's all about money and saving. I don't care if you do 200 yards a week, a month, whatever. What's the point if you're still broke? That's all I'm saying. What is the point if you are still broke? You know, there's a story somebody told me, you know, a guy who does 200 yards a week, but he's still broke because he's got all the payments and he's paying out so much. It's just, he doesn't have that money. It goes through his hands. Then a guy who may have just 50 yards a week or 40 yards a week or 30 yards a week, but he has very little overhead and he's keeping all that money. That guy is better off. Just an example. So anyway, I hope that's helped you. Debt is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You just got to play it smart and know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, it just boils down to saving your money. And if you do finance something, try to pay it off as quickly as possible. Do not just pay that minimum payment and be stuck with it for 5, 6, 10 years, whatever it is. Anyway, hope that's helped you. I am done. I am working tomorrow. I'm gonna do that shrubbery job that I've been putting off, and which I would have done today if that rain didn't affect me. And I'm also gonna go do that new yard. If you ninjas remember that new yard we quoted and drove by, and I told you we got it. It's 60,000 square feet with the big ditch in the front. So we're gonna do that one tomorrow, and then it just happens to be in the same area of the shrubbery job. So we're gonna do those two things tomorrow, and then I'm done. So shouldn't be a long day. I say about half a day. And then I'm gonna go home, chill out, and get ready for Pump Monday. So thank you for watching again for another video. Hope that's helped you. Hope you had a good day, good weekend. Some of you maybe are not working and are enjoying your weekend with your families. That's great. Maybe some of you are out there working like me because of the weather. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, take care, have a good one, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow. Peace.